All right, guys, so I just had the opportunity of a lifetime. I wanted this video to be really special. I want it to be really legit and highly produced. We just got a whole tour of Mad Mike's workshop, and I'm literally shaking a little bit. It was just so surreal. I think you can learn a lot from this video. I think it was highly inspirational. And before you watch this video, I want to give a shout out to my man, Luke Think, right there. His YouTube is going to be in the link below. I highly suggest, I know you guys have been loving the Australia vlogs. We're here in New Zealand now. I know you guys are going to be loving these vlogs, and without Luke, none of this would be possible. So go down into the description, pause this video right now, and subscribe to Luke Think, because he is showing us a time. Come on, Will.
He's the man.
Dude, he is the man. So I hope you guys enjoy this as much as we did. It was so surreal, and it was an amazing experience. And once again, thank you, Mike, for actually touring us around your workshop and everything, and kind of just giving the background of it. It was crazy. I don't have to say anymore. Enjoy the video. Things on the ground.
It's on bags, I just don't know.
What do you think of the Lamborghini?
Dude.
What do you think of the plays?
I don't even know what life is, dude. This is the craziest thing I think I've ever been involved in.
Alright, guys, well, I don't even think I have to introduce this man, but here's Mad Mike. This is his shop.
His shop. We got the cafe out here. This is probably the prime of the fleet. I know there's the Lambo. And
This thing's sick.
It's a distance.
Yeah.
And Mazda RX-3. So last year, obviously with lockdown over the last since 2020, we usually do 20, 30 international events a year.
Yeah.
And the cars are all gone. They're floating around, flying around, and doing events. But yeah, since 2020, a lot has happened. Been with me able to kind of just be based here. So obviously with our partnership with Tony Quinn, his ownership taking over Hampton Downs, he invested well over 30 million into this place and really turned it into a world-class venue. So part of it was me being able to Mad Mike Motorsports, the home of it is at Hampton Downs. So we designed and built the shop. So we got merch shop and then a few cars, we've got a cafe here. Just so on a day-to-day basis, people can pop into Hampton Downs and see. Yeah, and you've got Toyota right next door, where this is all Toyota Motorsports. So these guys are running their TRS, all open wheelers, GT86s. So it shows even in little New Zealand, motorsport is serious. And I've proven you can make a living out of it.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely have proved that.
Well, when I was at school, they don't tell you this. I couldn't get into certain schools when I was young because I didn't play cricket, rugby, or soccer.
Wow.
So yeah, I raced motocross, man. I was 2NZ way back, then, but couldn't get into certain schools because you ain't going to make a career out of motocross.
Yeah.
And my dream was always to be a world champion. Ricky Johnson and Jeremy McGrath were my biggest inspiration, and I just had this California dream. And I used to make stickers because I was always Mum I never met my father growing up, so I would go to all the sign writing shops, I'd get all the offcuts, and I'd make my own stickers. So I knew when I was older, I just wanted to make stickers and be a world motocross champion.
That's so awesome.
So I knew this when I was 11, and I was man, and I had no money, obviously never had a father to as a role model or anything, but what I did have was a mum that gave me a lot of freedom. So we'd build things like this. And these here now are ridiculous, the price, but we used to, honestly, $2,000, we'd buy the trading show. None of us had internet. Well, internet was in the 90s, man. None of us had internet anyway, so there was nothing to look at Instagram for inspiration on wheel choice.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd just build what you and your boys had lying around and you'd think was cool. So,
which is honestly better in a way, because it's just going off just your brain.
Well, you'll see everything of mine is unique and done are very privileged
Oh,
and
trust me,
honoured
we
to be able
know
to work
it's
with some of the
unique.
world's
We
biggest
know it's
brands,
unique.
but able to design our own body kits and wheels, and obviously my trade being a sign rider, so I've always got very good vision, my own unique vision of how things are going to look.
Yeah.
Usually it's very hard sometimes at the start to get it across the line when you're trying to work with partnerships and get people involved, because they're like, wait, you're going to what?
Yeah.
But
Crazy.
obviously working with, we try to work with the same brands for a lot of these companies for a long time now, so they're just like believe in the vision and let us roll out from the craziest builds.
You have the vision clearly.
Yeah, no, you got a pretty good vision,
There's
man.
a lot of different stuff, and then some's built for championships. We want to do as well as we can, but at the same time, drifting for me is putting on a show.
Yeah.
You either go to win the judges or you go to win the crowd, and for me, it's always been I'm a showman. I came from freestyle motocross. I couldn't afford like fast race bikes. It got too expensive for my mum, and then the Crusty Demons movement started. So I'm like, man, this is how I'm going to get to California. I'm going to be a Crusty Demon. So we're doing freestyle motocross. We did the first ever freestyle motocross demo here in New Zealand, doing all that sort of stuff. Just being, for me, I remember X-Air, Tommy Clowers, Tony Hawk, Dave Mira all came down from the States. So I'm like, if I'm a mad bastard, they're going to be like, fuck, who's this mad Kiwi?
they're gonna love
Let's
you.
throw him in the suitcase and take him back to California. So, man, I broke so many bones. I got told I was paralyzed for life. And 2002, I got told I'd never walk again. Dude, only just 8 weeks ago, I snapped my freaking arm in half.
8 weeks ago?
On that thing, doing the New Zealand BMX.
Jesus.
4 weeks after I was competing back Formula Drift Japan. But I try to inspire people as well to just chase dreams full throttle. Like having the vision, like we're talking about.
Yes.
That's 50% of it. The rest of it is just hard work and determination, And I've proven even with no money, you can build your dreams.
You literally started from the bottom.
Yeah.
Now you're here. It's
It started
insane.
from the bottom, way down in New Zealand, bro. Where I tell you, the flights coming home are faster than going to the States. It's all downhill.
Yeah.
Nah, but like I said, honoured to have Hampton Downs. We'll go for a bit of a walk. We've got, we'll get to the other side, I guess, as we get through. But
I wanted to kind of touch on this a little because you were just telling us off camera. You built this with a couple mates, like
yeah,
in
if you guys
4
haven't
weeks.
seen the build series, Red Bull, obviously having Red Bull as a partner was a dream. And at the start it was nothing about the financial support that came with it. I just wanted a blue and silver helmet because when you go to freestyle motocross or you go to any event and you see the blue and silver helmet, you know this dude means business. And I just wanted to be that guy.
That's awesome.
And now it's turned into like,
That's so awesome.
being
The Red Bull,
Red Bull was just like,
Yeah.
they literally give my dreams wings. Like if I come up with the ideas, they're flowing. And then this, obviously, the Lambo project, working with Lamborghini factory out of Italy. We've been a huge part of Goodwood Festival of Speed, which is the world's biggest, most historic, prestigious motorsport event on the planet. We introduced drifting there because of Red Bull. They got me there as wanting to do something different, and because they're like, man, no one's ever drifted. You reckon you could do it? I'm like, we'll make it happen. So we built this. Well, this was Mad Bull, so it was a different generation. It looked totally different. We designed a new Rocket Bunny kit with it, with Keimura-san, had a different livery and stuff, but we took this to Goodwood. And then, we've been now 8 years and been able to start inviting other drifters. It's been an incredible partnership with Lord March, the Duke of Richmond. I met some cool people, which led into this, which was pretty much a ball dinner discussion at a dinner. Of all there's 180 odd tables at the ball dinner, and it's all allocated seating. If you're with your wife, they're usually partnered on the same table but on the other side.
Wow.
Which just starts discussion, and man, it certainly did.
That's
I was trying to
crazy.
find, I was like, I'll probably be around the hundreds, so I'm looking around the hundreds for the tables for my name, and I said to Lord Mark, I was Charlie, I call him Charlie, I'm like, bro, where am I seated? He's like, you're next to me, table 2. I'm like, fuck.
That's
So literally on our table we had Nicky Lauder, pretty crazy, just when the people surround, and I'm just a Kiwi coming from chasing dreams of doing drifting,
so surreal.
get talking about doing crazy projects. He's like, what, as this sits in this generation, he's like, every year you come to Goodwood, they get crazier, louder, faster, bigger flames, setting hay bales on fire, but how do you get more crazy than that? I was like, well, we built a drift supercar.
And here it is.
And that was, it was a long process, a long year of emails, conferences, Skypes, just, a lot of hard work. I actually flew to Italy to try and really secure the deal. It's quite a long story, but the short story was it was a discussion which turned into this, and we had the car in 4 weeks. We had 4 weeks to get it completed.
It looks absolutely mad. And this is the ride height, like how you drive it.
Yeah, every car here, people will say, it lifts up or whatever, but
Look at this. Look at this.
it's miles off the ground, like 10 mil. You fit your finger under there, look.
You're saying this is miles.
Yeah, look, you can fit, just about.
Credit card.
Yeah, this is miles, dude.
Credit card.
I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah.
How many times have you messed up that lift?
Well, it's still the same lip.
Oh, that's the same
only
lip.
The only thing underneath probably looks a little different. It's got titanium drag plate underneath, but this is the second set of fenders because Summer Bash, which is my own event, because everyone, it's the hardest thing, I guess, going to different events is like, oh man, you should have brought the RX-7 or you should have brought the RX-8 or you should have brought it. You know, the cars have their own fan bases as they are.
Well,
so,
I understand why.
well, so for us, it was like Summer Bash is the event where every one of my cars comes out. It's the first week of December, which in New Zealand is summer, and they all come out, and it's just an expensive long January fixing all the cars. But the Lambo went out, 7th gear burnout, probably the first Lambo, well definitely the first Lambo in New Zealand to be entered in a burnout comp. Blew the fenders to smithereens, popped the tyres and made a proper mess of it. So the only thing I've really replaced are the fenders and
Wow.
a lot of tyres.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty freaking crazy.
Yeah, and so it's still a road registered car here in New Zealand as well. So
So it's not like Australia, like you can actually drive this on the road and not like get in trouble?
New Zealand, I used to think it was a pain when I was young because you have to get a certification which would cost $500. You'd have an engineer come to check if you've done, for us was always doing rotary conversions, and we'd put them into bongo vans and pickup trucks and whatever we could find because the rotary is so small. So we've been doing rotaries. My first one I was 13 years old and they were just cheap, loud, obnoxious and fast, and you could do them with half a toolkit. You know, we'd do them in a backyard. I didn't even have a garage or anything when I was young. So
I like what you guys did with the ASD Hydro. Like you bent it around and stuff.
yeah, well, funny. I mean, we've got brackets and stuff all on the shelf. So when it came to tearing this car apart, we're like, sweet, grab the bracket, pull the carpet down, gonna go weld the bracket on there to mount it. Oh, hold on, it's all carbon fiber. So the whole tub of this car is carbon.
Oh my God.
So a lot of the things which you think is just a very easy process of just running a welder over it, it's like that sort of stuff, you know, lengthen the
But
process
still,
a little
4
bit.
weeks.
4 weeks, yeah.
4 weeks though,
If you
not
haven't
bad.
seen it, you can just, click on the link, boom, put it on the bottom there.
Yep,
and
right there.
We've got a whole document. Red Bull documented the whole thing of, it's 5 episodes of us building it.
Yeah, all the links will be in the description.
From Rotiform, the biggest delays was the shipping because we're so far away from all the companies.
Yeah.
Body kit working with Kato-san at Liberty Walk, that stuff coming from Japan, the wheels from Rotiform and Compton. Yeah, they're probably the longest parts. Cyvex, we put a Cyvex ECU and stuff in there just because we had so many issues with tyre pressure sensors, tyre temperature, there was a lot of friggin' warning lights coming on when I was trying to get it sideways.
I really can't.
Yeah, you'll see it all on the doco if you click on the link. But, yeah. The motocross bike's obviously a huge part of my history of racing moto as a
A
grom.
lot of trophies.
2NZ, that's going back to the 90s. Well, I never had new bikes, man. I got second New Zealand Nationals. My bike was still 5 years old, you know. It was, but I felt like I could be fast because I was like,
You're reckless?
well, no, because I just look cool.
Yeah.
I've always said the same stickers make you go fast.
Yeah.
Before both of us were born.
Yeah.
Dang, 2 years before I was born.
Say I'm actually old. Say I'm 40. I inspire 40-year-olds that you can break your arm, snap it in half, and 4 weeks later be back in a car.
So
Because when I
you're
was
a
a teenager, they
solid
said,
40-year-old.
wait till you're 20, man, you're going to be sore. Wait till you're 30, you're going to be... I'm sore. Every morning I wake up, I'm freaking sore.
But you're here doing
But if
it.
you put your mind to it and just get up and freaking
You're living
get to
life.
life, man. Like I say, live life full throttle, man.
Yeah. If you're learning anything from this right now, live life, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly. This is insane.
Well, people ask what I do for a job. I don't actually know if there's a job title, but I hope I just inspire people to chase dreams. That's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And then,
No, you're doing a
all
good
sorts
job.
of projects and stuff going on the go. Always something. Lots of go-karts because I'm a young fella, and my little daughter, she's only 6. She's more competitive than both of us put together. So she wants to race everything she can hop on.
Yeah. And that's your son's car over there.
Yep, so a little MX-5. So we just had a big event in the weekend. He heard a few things. We pulled the motor out. We're doing bigger ports, bigger turbos. So Garrett just sent a new G40. He's already found the limit. He's only just turned 14 and wants more power, more grip.
That's so awesome, dude.
So yeah, this was another lockdown build. We've got him a MX-5, which people are like, man, what a lucky kid. His 12th birthday gets an MX-5. Dude, it was cheaper than a PlayStation. So, and that was for me, like, you know, being self-taught from the get-go. Go from doing all these events all the time to being able to just relax a little bit. And I say relax, is my relax time is either in a car driving 100 kilometers an hour on the motorway at the speed limit, that's relax time, or just like building the cars with my boy.
That's the dream, man. That is the dream. That's awesome.
A bit of a historic rally car. There's always projects on the go. You know,
I see
I'm very
that.
fortunate to have such an incredible base to be able to do it all from.
So good.
Upstairs, I got all my sign gear. So obviously, my trade out of school was sign. So still design all my own liveries, except for this. This is Link's design. He has taken the Digi Camo, which was the year before I got picked up by Red Bull, and it was also the year he was born. So 07. Yeah.
Didn't you come to Red Bull with the same? The
Oh
World
wait, no,
Championship
it was just black. Yeah, same Digi Camo, but matte black, gloss black. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I use Link, also as a lot of inspiration to fathers, because like we were in our community of drifting, we were the first ones to have a kid, and I just picked up. Well, it was just before we picked up Red Bull, and a lot of people were like, oh, he just had a kid, that's him stuffed, haha. Like New Zealand's terrible for tall poppy syndrome and trying to put people down to stop them growing, and I just use that as
Energy,
fuel.
yeah,
Just fuel the fire, man,
exactly.
You watch me, you watch this, and all I
prove
wanted
you
to do
wrong.
was make my mum proud, make my family proud, and be the coolest father on the planet.
I think you're doing a hell of a job.
So yeah, and so Link's just kind of been, I don't know, he goes from, one weekend he wants to go motocross, and he wants to drift, and he just wants to go to a shopping mall and hang out with his mates.
Yeah.
So just let him be young, because he's still a kid. I feel like kids that are pushed into the father's dreams are the kids that don't succeed.
Just let them do what they
They have a
want.
lot of success when they're young, but as soon as they're 17, 18 and have some freedom, they just find their own little path. And
no, that's good that he's able to
chicken
just
out.
venture off, do whatever he wants.
Like I was saying before earlier off camera about the off-road racing, how he's like, drifting's always been a thing that everyone asks if he's going to be a drifter. He's like, well, nah, because I do off-road and it's drifting and jumps and roosting and 10 laps, not 3 corners and all this stuff. But now he's at an age where drifting's like
now
a
all
cool
of a sudden
thing.
he likes it and he's loving it.
He wants to drive all my cars. I'm like, hey, bro, you got your own car, man. This is freaking keep out, because he breaks everything he touches. Don't know where he
That's
gets that
so
from.
awesome. So awesome.
I
Wow.
like the helmets.
Didn't know the helmets were
Yeah,
sick.
look, it's a bit of a inspo. Well, it's a bit of a timeline from like '94, obviously, with the old fluoro helmets, and it's just a bit of a guide of where we've been from '94. Just been at Grom chasing the crusty. Well, this is 2001 when I discovered Crusty Demons. So '94, I was doing all the stuff before even the Crusty Demons was around. I was just a show off. I'd lose. When the year I got second New Zealand Nationals, I probably could have won it, but I crashed on the last lap trying to do a knack because I'd seen Jeremy McGrath do it on the last lap, and that's what you do, you show off and appreciate the fans. I crashed off, lose a position. And my mum was like, oh, that was probably not the coolest thing, probably not the wisest thing to do. You could have maybe won that race. I'm like, but mum, I nearly landed the knack.
You put on a show too.
So then, 2001, fast forward a few years, and then this was, I was paying this bike off $18 a week. There was 3 Kiwis at X-Air, but this is the event that had Tony Hawk come down, Dave Mirra, Tommy Clowers was the Red Bull FMX rider. So man, world class. I just need to be freaking crazy enough for one of these guys to notice me, to put me in their suitcase and take me back to California.
Balls to the wall.
Didn't happen. They didn't really notice me.
Didn't get the suitcase?
Didn't get the suitcase, no. But what did happen was I got the name Mad Mike. I hated the name at the start.
That's where it started.
I told the commentator, I was like, dude, can you stop calling me Mad Mike? And he said, it's okay. I gave you their name. You didn't give yourself the name. And they just stuck. So a couple more years and FMX. 2002, broke my back. I told I was paralysed for life. Same sort of time, discovered drifting a few years later. But I was always into rotaries. So we just kind of took rotaries from, like I said, building them on the cheap for $1,000. You could build yourself a rotor and go and do skids. And now here we are, we're actually partnered with frickin' Mazda internationally.
So insane.
Helping and pushing the envelope when it comes to the rotary engine. Just freaking incredible when when I get old enough to just sit down and relax and appreciate. Well, I do appreciate everything, but like the Lambo, for instance, we never really got to take in and embrace what we had just done because it was 4 weeks of just go, reveal, then we reveal it back. It didn't really get to sink in until we revealed it back to Stefano, the CEO of Lamborghini at Goodwood.
You're probably 100% 100 of the time. Just go.
Yeah.
It's hard to take it in
10 years
sometimes.
of Red Bull, this was the first Red Bull clip, Conquer the Crown.
That's a legendary
The first Red Bull clip to get 1 million views overnight, internationally. Over Travis and all that.
You are fucking insane.
Craziest
For me,
shit
it wasn't
ever.
so much about me and my partners then, it was about what we had done for drifting, especially in New Zealand, and turned it into a credible sport that people would appreciate. It's not just a bunch of boy racers smashing bumpers off, because that's all you'd see on TV is freaking us running zip ties and bumpers swinging around and dirt drops, and it's like, to do a world-class production.
It's like, it can actually be really cool.
And for me, I got to scare that's why I drive. I love to scare myself. I love that edge of fear, so that balance between fear and adrenaline.
You get scared watching that video,
And
honestly.
so we've done multiple Red Bull shoots now. Google searching world's most dangerous roads and been to South Africa and UK and all over the place. Yeah, and then winning a championship with Quado. So I'm going to take this helmet off because this is probably the coolest piece. This will be the coolest trophy. I've never even worn this helmet. So this helmet represents, obviously we won the championship with myself being Kiwi, and then Quado being Japanese. So this side is all Kiwi inspiration. Bruce McLaren, Kiwi Fruit, the Endeavour, the Bushwhackers. So these were the first WWF wrestling was a big thing. So when I was young, these were the first Kiwis I knew that made it in the States. So I'm like, man, these dudes are, if they can make it, I can make it to California too.
Yeah.
So that was like big inspiration. And this side is all my inspiration from Japan. Obviously the Rotor, the RX-3 is my favourite car on the planet, the Sakura plant, 787B, just all Japanese inspiration. And on the back, you got the Ninja, the Japanese, Samurai, and then you've got the New Zealand Māori Warrior.
So cool.
Dude.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so, and then, that was my Japanese championship. And then I was like, you know what, the helmet's too cool to even wear, so it just
No, for sure.
sits in here.
That's on the cage.
Yeah, this is the 10-year anniversary, so it's all the names and cars we built with Red Bull over 10 years of our partnership. But yeah, every helmet has a story. And like I said at the start of the Red Bull thing, it was never about money. All I wanted was the blue and silver helmet. So
Well, you got it. You definitely got it now.
The helmets to me are the most important part because they all tell a story, and there's always something behind them.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then
we're back up here in the
and the
merch
wifey
room.
Tony, so she manages the entire program, which is really cool. I think for the level that we've got to be able to do it all self-made, I think is it's been good that we've been able to do it like kind of our way and had partners come and believe in our vision, and then a bit of an inspo, which is a lot of countries, man. A lot of stories. A lot of stories. We could literally make this video go for days.
Yeah, I'm sure people wouldn't mind either.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
And then design all our own merch and stuff as well. Just do it.
Merch plug's going to be in the description below. Get this dude's merch.
Yeah, links. So you can buy some of mine because Links bloody sells out. I got to give away free stickers and stuff with my tees to move my stuff. But no, it's cool. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, dude. This is so surreal. I can't, I'm inspired just holding this camera and listening to these stories. It's just insane, man. The things you've accomplished is amazing.
Yeah, and so if you got the vision, you're halfway there. The rest of it's hard work and determination.
Well, I appreciate you doing this. Thank you for your time.
All good. Enjoy New Zealand.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna love it, man. Drift Week, it's gonna be a blast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do your style.
Freaking son.
I'm gonna go
it's
full
expensive.
send. Yeah.
It's expensive.
No, definitely.
Dude, he's been sending an AU all week.
Yeah.
He's got
Automatic and everything, dude. Tapping the wall, sliding.
Oh, sick.
Broke a spoiler off.
Yeah. Well, New Zealand, you'll see we're littered with. Kiwis don't appreciate how many tracks we have. It's at a stone's throw. Mm-hmm. You look at even doesn't matter if it's skate parks, motocross tracks, race tracks. Even California has so much. You see it on TV and that's the best, but you've got to drive. If me and the boy are going to do a BMX mission on a Saturday, we could hit 5 really nice tracks.
Yeah.
Not full US spec, but you could hit 5 different tracks in a day.
I mean, there's 2 racetracks right here. There's one here, and then there's one 1 mile down the road.
Yeah.
And then there's Miramia. And then I'm we got straight back on the highway.
Well, then there's another one, Pukekohe, another 15 minutes.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. So everything's kind of really close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Works.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. But thank you again, man. I really do appreciate this.
Easy.
But there's more.
Well, this was the 1200 horsepower 4-rotor twin turbo FD USA car. So when we went back to USA, I had a 5-year hiatus because I knew we needed to bring something freaking proper wild and fast. So we put all our technology, all our knowledge into building it. And then, we got 3rd in the world champs that year. And then the car kind of sat for a little bit. So I was like, you know what, I'll just do a fan vote. You guys pick the motor, think mild, think wild. One rule just has to be a rotary.
Yeah.
And the fans voted for this motor, which was my OG motor that was in Mad Bull.
Yeah.
Naturally aspirated 4-rotor, no more than 391 horsepower at the tyre, and I've had it in the final battle at all the summer bashes here. It still works, but it proves you don't have to
need a ton of power.
Yeah, you don't have to have a freaking because a lot of people look at drifting, they'll go to Formula Drift or they'll go to some top event and be like, man, I want to do that, but they'll see especially the states of the US.
Oh my God,
the
it's ridiculous.
They'll see Dodge Vipers and brand new Mustangs where man, I can't afford a brand new Mustang.
Yeah.
Where they see a little MX-5 skirting around, it's like, oh man, I could get one of those.
I
off
could do that.
Craigslist or whatever, you know.
No, that's the beauty of
So
it.
this
for
car
sure.
proves the point. Plus, it's freaking cool.
Yeah, no, it's
I love
awesome.
it now with the little NA 3-rotor.
So
Went back
good.
to like radial compound and stretch tires and just all the stuff that got me into drifting as well.
So good.
Yeah, and again, more custom wheel. There's just wheels thanks to Rotorform, man.
So you customize all your wheels?
Every car, every generation. So this is Gen 4 of the Rad Bull. So
Yeah, you were telling me on the Lamborghini you can pretty much just draw it on a tissue and they'll just make things happen.
yeah, Lamborghini was a little different because a lot of the R&D team didn't believe what we could do.
Yeah.
They're like, how can you make this drift? This car is built to be the best handling car
Yeah.
on the planet.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, well, we're going to take a lot of that out.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're
And
gonna do
we'll
it.
make it drift up Goodwood Festival of Speed. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Lots of cars, lots of projects. It's not even bloody half of them.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Believe it.
Wheel car just hanging on the wall.
Yeah, everywhere you look, it's just another like, whoa, look at that, you know? A lot of pointing around, like, ooh, you know? So
This is
good.
pretty sick. So this was 2005 kind of the show scene. So the wifey Tony, she's right into cars. Always had a very unique style as well. So she used to, this wasn't hers, but she used to be one of the cars we competed against. So of course, Kiwi rotary.
Yep.
It's a Nashville aspirated 3-rotor.
It's so small in there, it's insane.
Yeah, and that's a pretty much, that's considered a big block. Like it's a 3-rotor, but a rotary is such a small little engine. That's why we put them in freaking bongo vans and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of heavy.
So yeah. Now with obviously, they're heavy, but they're small and they make a lot of power.
Yeah.
A lot of RPM.
And they sound amazing.
Yeah, that's what
they
I like.
sound
The sound is what
incredible.
got me hooked.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
This is wild. This is absolutely wild. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as much as we did. Hopefully the production was good. Big shout out to Matt, my editor and everything, and we're gonna keep killing it in New Zealand. Subscribe for more, man. What an experience, huh, Will?
Dude, an amazing experience.
Incredible.
I never thought
Absolutely
I would
incredible.
come to New Zealand, let alone hang out
here.
with fucking Mad Mike for the whole day and just like mental.
Dude, it was crazy. So once again, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Luke, for actually giving us this opportunity to be here and everything. And
Checking out his museum,
yeah, just everything, man. I got goosebumps just thinking
hearing the
about it.
stories. It
It's
was
just
awesome. Awesome day.
the whole thing, man. So thank you everyone for being here. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.